you what, dipshit. You don't like my policies, you can just come on down here and smooch my big old white butt.
Ken Pettigrew, that is one angry American. His voice is a weapon. I am not going to mess with that guy.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Is it true what they say about the way you people are gifted? Oh, it's true. It's true. It's true.
Make sure you wear rubber, dude. Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboat son of a bitch.
There's sportos and motorheads, geeks, sluts, bloods, wastoids, dweebies, dickheads. They all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
What's a David King?
Here's your host, Ken Pettigrew.
Yeah, everybody. Tell a friend, tell a lover where it is you're at right here at KenPettigrew.com, Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. on the East Coast. If you're staying up late, remember, no coffee needed, man. This show is wide open. We're ready for you guys to have some fun. Got some cool music playing tonight. Some first right out of the gate. A little Tongue in Public, then some Everyday Goldfish. Gonna have some fun here, but listen, tweet, follow the show. All of you, all of my followers that are coming around, I do dig that, and I do appreciate that, but a lot of stuff on the news today. I saw this article. I didn't know I was going to talk about this, and actually I should leave this one for maybe a little bit longer. Not ready to talk about 9/11 stuff yet. Just like Channel 4, I'm not going to have a moment of silence because the Kardashians are a little bit more important. But how about this? You guys got to love this story, man. Juror says he is too homophobic and too racist to serve. Now faces prosecution. A British man said he is extremely homophobic and racist views makes him incapable of sitting on jury. Wow, faces prosecution over those claims. Okay, that's because he's that's because he's not in America. That's because he's not in America is why that is. But if somebody is honestly, seriously, you guys, what's the, if somebody honestly is homophobic or racist, or would you want them on a jury anyways? Listen, it's already that we have the stupid on the jury system now. We got just idiotic knuckleheads on the jury now. There's bunches of them. Bunches and bunches and bunches of them. So, it's not, so what, I guess what's the problem then? You know what? We already have idiots sitting on the jury. So why not have a racist and a homophobe? If the guy is a racist and he is, what? Let's see, he's on the jury for some guy getting a ticket. A white cop wrote a white guy a ticket on white paper driving his white car. Can he sit on the jury then? Can he sit on the jury then? I'm just asking. People are going to have issues with things in life. But I do not understand why, because he's in Europe. That's where you live in a country that you don't have the right to have cool music. You don't have the right to speak your mind. You don't have the ability to stand up for what's right. Or, even if it's not right, at least we have the ability to speak our mind. How great is that? How great is that? That we live in a place that we get to speak our mind. The show is broadcasted not just here, but on WROMradio.net. 56 different countries, How many of you guys that are catching this show, how many of you guys out there that are going to listen to this, no matter what country you're from, don't have the right to speak your mind, don't have the right to listen to music, don't have the right to believe in whichever God you want to believe in or whatever God you choose not to believe in? How many of you out there don't have that chance listening tonight? There's a reason why. There's a lot of countries out there that don't like America, and I don't think it's for any other reason other than we have that right, that we have that ability to speak our mind. We have that ability to tell our politicians to stick it up their anuses. We have that ability to judge somebody. I mean, we're losing those abilities the more and more and more and more we have to become nannies, and we're all becoming nanny states, and we're becoming a nanny country. Without a doubt, we're becoming a nanny country. No. Don't say anything. But, I mean, why don't we have honestly, what's the only thing works in a jury system is that we need to have paid jury members. I don't understand. See, I understand the Constitution, and when they wrote these, when they wrote these amendments and said to be tried by a jury of your peers, we have to understand at that point, even though that these people were farmers and some of you great out there scholars from Berkeley and all your liberal leftist schools, I know because you have a degree makes you genius and smarter than everybody else. I'm just saying, the men who built this country and fought for us to have freedoms and speak our minds and listen and love and honestly and hate and dislike and don't want to put up with. You think, you think this is, but these scholars out there want to say, no, that's not right. We have to understand that's not what they meant. But our jury pool has went down. I tend to believe, I was talking to Humble Howard from Humble and Fred, texting him today. And he mentioned, sorry about, America's 9/11. And I texted him back that, it's scary that it's almost 2013 and we have so many stupid individuals on this planet. And I thought, were we smarter when we thought the world was flat? Were we smarter when, we didn't really understand much? Because I tend to believe we're 1,000 years later in humanity. Granted, we put a man on the moon, then put a man on Mars. And we let the nonsense in life that goes on in this country and in ourselves and in your, in your own families, nonsense and bullshit, and you hide your head and everybody wants to point the finger why. I know one reason why I love some things in life. And one of my favorite things in life, I got to tell you, and if you haven't tried it, you got to give me something, man. You guys have to understand this, man. One thing in life that you can't get enough of, the little tongue in public, man. Black, white, gay, or straight, man. You all need a little tonguing with a loving. Find that person, love them, hold them, squeeze them, baby. I'm Ken Pettigrew. Be right back.
If you wanna keep me around, 'cause I won't sit up on the shelf waiting till you wanna take me down.
everybody. Tell a friend, tell a lover. You got to give me something sometimes, man. You know what? And it's, you guys know how that goes, man. Some of you guys knows sometimes you got to give me something doesn't always mean money. It doesn't always mean this or that. It means, how about sometimes you just got to find out what your man, what your woman, what your lover, what your spouse needs. And I got to tell you, man, we got a caller, 810. Welcome to the show.
Hey, well, it's Eric from Tongue in Public.
Oh, man, who's this?
It's Eric from Tongue in Public,
Eric.
the guitar player.
What's up, Eric? Nice, brother. Nice groove, man.
Yeah, I told you I was going to call in.
Ah, that is awesome, dude, man. I'm glad you called, man. You guys play great, man. Man, I dig the tunes, man, and I hope the attention I'm trying to bring to it's helping you guys at least a little bit.
It certainly has been so far, and we're very, very happy about it. Thank you very much.
Oh, listen, man, I've been playing in bands a long time, and you know what? It's tough to get people to, appreciate good music, and there's a lot of people that have a lot of albums out, and a lot of it sucks, and a lot of it sucks, man. Listen, I am the worst music.
I mean, I've been performing since 90. I've been playing live since 95. So
nice,
I've been at
man.
it quite a while myself.
So what kind of guitar do you play, Eric?
I'm recording this all a Les Paul custom lately.
Nice.
Live. I've been playing a special because it's lighter weight.
Right. You're getting old, man. Carrying that big old carrying that big old Les Paul gets, man. That's a.
Well, and also the fact that I've pretty much played the frets off of it, so I prefer to save it for the custom for recording.
Dude, how nice is that, right, man? I bet that thing. Yeah. I got a drum set now that I've had for about 11 years now, maple, and it is so warm and so amazing sounding today compared to what it sounded 3 years ago or 8 years ago.
Well, yeah, especially drums and acoustic guitars, those open up a lot more. Electrics, it's all a question of when you got to get one that was built at a time when the company that built it knew what they were doing.
Right.
Fortunately, my custom is one of the better Les Pauls I've played, and I've worked at so many vintage stores and all that, and everybody always drooled over mine, and I kind of backed into it. So
nice.
I'd had a standard that was stolen. I was living in Michigan at the time, and I'd had a standard stolen backstage at a show in Ohio. I got back to the store I was working at, and it had just come in, the custom that I owned.
Oh, really?
And my buddy of mine talked me into. He said you have to buy it, and so I just all right, bought it, and it turned out to be the best guitar I ever played. So those kind of things happen.
You know that Les Paul got sold for like a $50 bag of crack or something.
Oh yeah, especially in Youngstown, Ohio. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure,
or maybe a blowjob even. Who knows?
Actually, I'm still pretty sure that the band that played before us and were the ones that stole it, because when I noticed it was missing, the first thing they said right off the bat, you can look at our van, it's not in there.
Why
that's kind of suspicious that you just say that. I never accused anybody of taking it. And that was the first thing they said.
Oh, man, that sucks, man. So tell us about Tongue in Public. You know what? First, the name, it's effing beautiful, dude.
Well, the name, the story behind the band is, I think it goes back to that band that had the guitar where it was stolen back in Michigan, because the girl that's singing, Emily Avishevsky, our singer in Tongue in Public, she actually had auditioned for that band back in Michigan, and the other guitar player and I just loved her, but things happened, it didn't work out, lost touch with her. 2 weeks before that band split up, we were about to do our farewell show. She happened to be sitting 2 seats from me at a bar.
Right.
Where the girl that was then singing for that band was bartending. Emily had taps me on the shoulder and says, asks if I'm Eric. I'm like, yeah, I am. And so we kind of we became friends again. She showed up at the show.
Right.
And then this was like in 2005. I ended up going out to California and was working for a guitar company.
Which one?
Came back.
Don't tell me that.
Saga Musical Instruments. Pretty good guitars, horrible people. Long story.
Nice, man. I'm a SoCal guy myself.
This was up in this was in San Francisco.
Oh, well, that
They're
explains
based
a
out of
lot. Pretentious,
and-
snobby ass jerk offs in NoCal.
Yeah. But then what happened is that went back to Michigan for a while, ended up moving out to Brooklyn, and when I got out here, Emily commented on my Facebook page and said, "Holy shit, you're in BK." And I said, "Yeah," and she had a job as a personal assistant, and she had quit that, and I ended up going to her I'm unemployed party, and I said, "Hey, do you want to come back to work?" She said, "Yeah," and so we started writing.
Nice.
And what we were trying to come, we were real struggling, and she at the time she was dating this girl from Columbia, the country, not the university, who didn't speak English very well, but was very affectionate in public.
Nice.
And she had to learn to say "no tongue" in public to her in Spanish. And so we were going to write a song called "No Tongue in Public." It just wasn't working. And then one of us said, "It's a band name." And the next day we were like, "Yeah, it really is a band name."
Oh,
and I remember when she brought her notebook in and it said capital T, lowercase I, capital T. I was like, "Holy shit, it even abbreviates well."
It does. Listen, that is perfect, man. Like my last. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
No. Go ahead.
No, like my last band that I was playing in, there was 4 guys, and we're kind of big guys, and we added up our weight, rounded it up, and we called ourselves 1,000 pounds. And we laid down the groove, man, and then we tell people, well, was that what we weigh, or is that what we got caught with? So it was a good, it worked very well.
Can it be both?
It can't, exactly right. But
and then just the final bit of the story was we just barely had like 1.5 songs written, and I happened to be at this party and for this group in the East Village in Manhattan. And they had this CD called East of Broadway, and that was like the title of the one song we had finished.
Oh, no
kidding. And it was some compilation of local bands, and I drunkenly said to the girl that was running it, "My band has a song called East of Broadway." She says, "What kind of band are you?" And my response was, "Lesbian rock." She says, "Because you're all women, or lesbians trapped in men's bodies?" I said, "No, because we have our singer is a lesbian song about girls." And she goes, "Do you want to play our Gay Pride event?" I said, "Yes, I do." We didn't have any songs, even have a band.
Nice.
So the next day, I'm like, I guess we got to write some songs. My neighbor upstairs played bass. I'm like, dude, you have to play bass. He was going to play one show with us. Well, he's been with us. This was like 2008, and he's still playing with us. 2008 or 2009, he's still playing with us. And, we sat down, we wrote like 7 songs, and started playing. And then your favorite song came shortly after that, when she just came into the guitar store, and basically it was 99% done, like just in her head in like 20 minutes. That was pretty impressive.
but you know what's good about that is the groove in the song. You guys, I mean, a lot of people want to get so effing crazy and get so experimental.
Right.
How do you go wrong with a guitar player, bass player, drums? Get it groovy, get it nice, and don't overcomplicate some of it. And the song's nice
I know what you're
swinging,
talking
man.
about. The first real band I was in that played live, everybody wanted to be Dream Theater.
Right.
Except me. I was fine being Guns N' Roses. We sounded more like Guns N' Roses, but nobody really, we were nowhere near good enough to be either of them. But that was the thing, is it was never good enough because it had to be alternate time signatures, even though everything was in 4/4. They all swore they were in alternate time signatures.
Well, because these
so rather funny.
See, that's the funniest thing, because people mistake counting in 4, and then when you're doubling that, and you're technically playing in 8. But everybody gets confused, and then they're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, just freaking play in 4 and keep going.
Yeah.
And most of these guys don't realize what it takes. I mean, Mike Portnoy, you know that guy never got laid through high school. He never had a job. He sat there and played Rush albums over and over and over until he had what Neil Peart could do down. And what took to get that is years and years. Man, you just don't show up, fucking smoke a bowl, have a beer. Hey, we're going to play like Dream Theater. Okay. You know what? I'm going to learn how to play like Dennis Chambers tomorrow morning on drums. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it's funny. Like, those guys are still some of my best friends in the world, and we always joke about it all the time because, they were so caught up in being, so spectacular. And, and I was the one, the joke was always that I was the one that wasn't good enough, and I'm still the only one doing it. So it's really kind of funny.
You know what? That's great, man. Man, you know what? Playing, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I have friends that have stopped playing music. And I don't understand that because you got to play, man. It's bigger than just playing on stage. Listen, I love to play on stage, man. I effing love being in front of a crowd. I love doing this. There is no shame in my game. I got the trill down. I got speed. I got the technique. Heavy groove. So I know, but I've spent hours and hours and hours doing nothing but single strokes, sleep, and people are like, it's so boring.
Yeah.
What are you doing? But it's what got me to this point, just like you practicing classical scales, no, over and over. So you can just do them like effortlessly. Effortlessly, right?
I mean, it's always kind of a joke because, especially in New York, where so much of and I've noticed this a lot, that so much of what determines whether or not a band is perceived as being really good is like the image and all that. And when I used to work at a rock club here, and the sound guy and I always had this rule of the law of inverse band talent, which was the worse the band was, the more people they drew.
Right. Because
they were the ones that looked cool and go out, because if you were spending all your time learning to play, you weren't going to have enough friends that we would come to see you play.
Right. No, you know what? You got some point to that. I mean, let's be honest. The Sex Pistols, when nobody could play an instrument, the bass player didn't know how to play bass. They taught him during the session of recording the album, and then he didn't even play on the album originally because of the fact
Glenn Matlock did.
Yeah, exactly, because the guy couldn't even do it. But at the same time, there was a group called Yes out, and people were like, who the hell is Yes? Because it's so over the top. But I mean, and it's and everybody knows about the Sex Pistols. Few know about Yes, and it blows my mind.
But more people know Yes than they think they do, and not even just Trevor Rabin. Yes, anybody who hears Roundabouts heard it a million times. On classic radio, they just don't know what it is.
Correct. That's exactly right. But man, Eric, check it out, man. This is I do like a little half-hour gig here tonight, and listen, I will play anything you guys are going to send me. You guys, I'm digging your vibe. You guys have got a cool groove, and nice thing about your lead singer and me, we have the same thing in common. We both like to eat meow. So, anyways, see,
all right, well, I'll send you a couple more songs to put in your rotation.
Dude, listen, man, do that, and if you have a CD, man, I'd love to get a copy of it, man. I'll put it up.
Yeah. I think you've got my email, so
I do have your email, man. For sure,
man. Give me an email. I'll send it out to you, all right?
All right, Eric. Hey, man, thanks a lot, man. You guys are groovy, man. Tell everybody where to come find you guys at.
Well, our next show is going to be September 29th at Tammany Hall. It's on Orchard Street on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. If you click on tongueinpublic.com, you can click to the Facebook page, and that has all the information. It's on Twitter as well. And shoot an email to the email address. I'll be the one answering it. If you have questions for the other people, I'll pass it on. They'll answer it too. We're very accessible. We want to talk to you, and we want to be your friend. We just want you to come out see us and buy our music.
Hey, listen, man, check it out, man. No doubt, buy it because it's good. It's good stuff, and there's a lot of people that send me stuff now. But I don't play a lot of people's stuff because if it's not good, man, I'm not playing it. I don't give a shit. It's not even, it's called the Ken Pettigrew Show. I can play what I want to play.
Whatever, I do what I want.
That's right, Eric. But thanks again, man, Eric.
All right, thanks for having us. I'll talk to you soon, Ken.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man. And remember, everybody, this show is brought to you right here. KenPettigrew.com from the WC Auto Sales Studio in Montclair, California. It's a place you need to come get a ride. You know where to come. Tell them Ken sent you. And all you around the world listening to this at WROMradio.net. Give Tom and everybody to love out there and all around the world. KenPettigrew.com. Thursday night, Chrissy and Fish live. We're going to have fun. Let it rip. Got some good articles. You guys keep yourself safe. Have some fun. Don't take anybody's shit. Ain't got time for taking people's crap. I'm Ken Pettigrew. Peace, everybody.